Nobody tell you this about relationships. So many people want the one, but how many people are preparing to be the one? People pray for the right partner, but yet they ignore the character, the discipline, the emotional maturity, and the healthy relation that a healthy relationship requires. So the question isn't where is the one? The real question is, are you becoming the one? Welcome by design, not by accident podcast. I'm your host, Mr. John Mark. Dating sucks nowadays, and I get it. We're out here scrambling around trying to figure out how to do dating correctly. I get it. I'm one of them. But I came across this quote saying, if Miss Right were to come knocking at your doorstep right now, are you prepared to give her the relationship that she desires? That had me thinking. I'm like, I want to say yes, but I'll be lying. Let's face it. Most men and women will be lying about this question. Because let's face it, we're not prepared. We're not ready. A lot of us still need work. Let's face it. I get it. We're in our 20s, 30s, or 40s, or 50s. We have some self-development that we need to take care of within ourselves in order to be that right partner. You know? Like, for example, whether it's emotional, physical, mental, financial, spiritual, one area in our lives, or a few, that still needs work on. And on this platform, my goal is to create a blueprint on self-improvement, on how to become the one, and also to create a blueprint on how to date correctly. But let's face it, we saw the stats, right? And we know of the stats of a lot of relationships are ending in divorce. And we're like, why even bother? But let's face it, if we're actually doing dating correctly and not trying to figure things out on our own, and actually have some guidance, just maybe, we can have lasting relationships, healthy lasting relationships that will create healthy kids, to a healthy community, to a healthy society, to a better world. Let me dive in deep in those 5 that I mentioned, where areas that people need to work on. I'm now, granted, this is just a short video. I'm not going to go full in depth. Gotta stay tuned to my other videos for that. But let me go ahead. Let me touch on something that's more near and dear to my heart nowadays. Spiritual health. Yes, knocking out off the gate. Spirituality. Let's face it. In scripture, I believe it's Romans 12:2. Don't copy the behavior and custom of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you'll learn to know God's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect. Did you catch that one part? Don't copy the behavior of this world. Let me ask you this. If a random stranger was interested in learning about Christianity and they were to come up to you and ask you about your faith, how can they tell the difference between you and someone who's not practicing their faith? They're kind of identical, and we're supposed to be set apart. Yes, I get it. Some people may throw out scriptures, hey, don't judge. No. Read the full scripture. I'm not going to pull that verse out, but read a full verse. Then come back to me to comment. We're made to be better. Not in sin, but be better. And that's one part of it. But another aspect of it, are we going to church? You know? Like, as you know, with our faith, marriage is a covenant. It's basically a relationship between myself, my future partner, and God. In the book Ecclesiastes, they mentioned a 3-braided cord, means it's strong, it's tight, well knit together, unbreakable, unshakable. When the enemy comes after us, we're all guarded, back to back, God protecting us. We can face any danger that comes against us because we're a unit. But nowadays, they don't have God centered in their relationship. Yes, men, I'm talking to you guys too. We need to come to church. We need to pray. We got to lead our future partner spiritually, not just financially and physically, but also spiritually too, covering her. You say she's the most important to her. She's most important to you, right? Cover her spiritually. Because let's face it, we're in a Genesis 3 world, which means there's demons lurking around, evil spirits. They're wanting to prowl like a roaring lion. And once they're snatched, bad attitude, temper, hostility, everything that's not of the fruit of the Spirit, it'll come eating you up alive. So yes, pray for her, cover her. Now, my next talking point will be this. Physically, let's face it, I might get in trouble for this one. Physically. I don't know about you guys. I'm working on becoming a sexy eye candy for my partner. Yes, I said it, sexy eye candy. So I'm in the gym, I'm lifting weights, I'm running. I'm also training for High Rocks too. Yes. Hopefully they don't get sold out because I tried getting tickets. It's hard to get tickets. Yes, I'm trying to compete. But how are you physically? We are not in the age of take me as I am. No. We're better than that. You're better than that. Work on yourself. Get in the gym. Lift those weights. Lift those heavy weights. Tone down. Eat right. Your body is a temple. Treat it as such. See, people want to ignore physical attraction, but let's face it, attraction matters. So men, women, get in the gym. Work out. Eat right. Become a sexy eye candy for your partner. If you really ask me, I feel like that would solve a lot of relationship issues. But that's another, I'll take another day. But now we tackle down spiritually, physically, emotionally. Now, a lot of people want to put emotion and mentally together, which I can see why, because your emotion affects your mental health. I get that. But let's face it, you can, but you can't. Hear me out. With your emotional health, all right? I feel like this is where you express love, express desire, express wants. Expression. That's the key word. Expression. Expressing joy, love, laughter, hatred, anger. But let's focus on love, desire, kindness, expressing that. Or sadness. Because a lot of times we bottle up things inside ourselves and we will explode. That will then goes on to our mental aspect. It's a good segue to that, but I'll get back to that. But expressing happiness, expressing joy, expressing positivity, that's key for a successful relationship. Because if you're around someone who's positive, you want to be around them more often, don't you? I know I would. Expressing love, expressing happiness, expressing joy. I get it. When look around yourself is very depressing. I get it. I understand that. But look for the joy in life. Bring that to the relationship and watch that transform. Now let's transfer over from emotionally to mentally. We gotta get our mind right. A lot of us have childhood trauma, being bullied, picked on. Shoot, have you seen these lips? I got picked on my lips when I was a kid. And I also have a speech impediment. I'm still here talking. Work on yourself mentally, because any trauma that you experience, it causes certain insecurities to develop in yourself that then been reflected back on others, causing you to hurt others unintentionally. And that's never the goal, to unintentionally hurt someone that you desire. And now trauma doesn't necessarily have to be like going by abuse. Sometimes it can be from exposure. Ladies, hear me out. Hear me on this one. A lot of guys between 10 to 11 to 13 years old, they were exposed to a certain type of content which kind of warped their mind. I'm pretty sure you're curious on what type of content that is. It's kind of running rampant today. Lustful content. And it warps our minds to the point where we have some may say a hyper sex drive or wild fantasies that come from that. But you'll hear a lot of guys talking about going to strip clubs and all that. It stems from that. It stems from it also stems from wandering eyes. And even when they hit rock bottom, they're looking for a way out. It may cause them to go and do things they never thought they would never do. So ladies, if you're in a relationship with someone who's in that, don't just talk about it. Sometimes they need help getting that help. So help them. And fellas, get help. It's not a sponsored video, so I won't be name dropping any services. Check your insurance provider. I'm pretty sure if you go on their portal, you'll find a clinic that will be able to assist you mentally on this aspect. Help cut that out of the source. Because if you go back to the Bible, Paul said himself, run away from sexual immorality. Today's economy is tough. It is tough. Let's face it, it's tough. It's not like how it is back in the 90s. Some people are a little bit stagnated and not able to adapt or even have ambition. I'm pretty sure you guys you see Papa Balloon that everyone's an entrepreneur nowadays. But make sure that when it comes to financial, I won't say a significant number, but more so is managing money well. You can make a lot happen with so much, with so little, you know? Become a better steward with your finance. And be a little bit ambitious. Have a mission. Have a goal you want set to accomplish that help you 10x your income. So let's face it. When I'm married, I want to be on vacations. I want to take trips. I want to have family trips like we used to do back in the 90s. I know. Not solo trips, not trips with friends. Family trips. It was just a dream just a moment ago. But hey, I'll make that into reality for my family. That requires me to become a better steward of finance. But again, this is just a quick 5 things that everyone should be working on. Become a better partner for when Miss or Mr. Right shows up at your door, or in the gym, or at work, or somewhere, or even at church, that you'll be ready to have a successful relationship. We're called to be equally yoked. And yes, many people say they believe in God, but how many people actually obey God? I'm going to leave you with that. And find someone who obeys God. Let's make the relationship even better. I'll talk to you soon.